Hello students and welcome to 11th standard physics, first PUC physics. In this session let us cover projectile motion. It is also called two-dimensional motion or motion in a plane. A plane can be represented by both x and y coordinates. There are two dimensions involved, that is why it is called two-dimensional motion. If you throw some object in space, that object travels like this, means standing here you are throwing an object, stone, a ball. That stone takes this path. If this is the position of the stone, to locate the position we need two coordinate axes. One is x, the other one is y. To reach this point or to locate this point, we need two coordinate axes. Since we need two coordinate axes, this motion is called two-dimensional motion. And also observe, this path is restricted to this plane. If the path is restricted to the plane, means motion in a plane. The object is thrown and then the object takes this path. So the object is the projectile. So this is motion of the projectile. That is why this is also called projectile motion. So what is a projectile means? Projectile is an object which is thrown into space. Example, stone, ball, any object for that matter. If that object travels in space under the influence of gravity, then it is called a projectile. Aeroplane is not a projectile because aeroplane is controlled, whereas once the stone is thrown, the stone is not controlled by any factor, anything. It moves under gravity. Gravity means acceleration due to gravity. So in that sense, motion of aeroplane is not projectile. Rocket motion is not a projectile motion because rocket is pushed at every stage by the engine and also its motion is controlled. Drone is also not a projectile. Now, if this is y-axis, this is x-axis, from this point an object is thrown. That object is this path. The stone or the object is called the projectile. The stone is thrown with some velocity. That velocity is represented by u. Then this u is called velocity of projection. Velocity of projection is the velocity with which the object is thrown. Angle made by velocity of projection with respect to x-axis. This angle is called angle of projection. Angle of projection. Students, you can see two angles. One angle here and the other angle here. But still, angle made by the velocity of projection with respect to x-axis, with respect to horizontal, is taken as angle of projection. Suppose in some problem, angle made by the velocity vector with respect to y-axis is 60 degree. It is given as 60 degree. Then you have to take angle of projection as 30 degree because in all these equations we derive keeping this as reference. Velocity of projection, angle of projection. Then the path is the trajectory. Trajectory is the path traced by the projectile. Path of the projectile. So technical term is trajectory. Y-axis, which represents height. X-axis, distance. If an object is thrown from the origin and if the motion is two-dimensional motion, then the object takes this path. So at the initial point, velocity of projection is represented. So this represents u, velocity of projection. Theta is the angle of projection. Now drop a perpendicular from tip of velocity. Drop a perpendicular means this is 90 degree. Then this is the horizontal component of the velocity vector. This horizontal component is usually denoted by ux. Since it is along x-axis, ux. Similarly, this represents vertical component. uy. So the velocity vector has two components, has two parts, PARTS, parts. Okay. Now, when the object is somewhere here, its velocity is drawn along the tangent, such that, let me drop a perpendicular and draw the horizontal component, and this is the vertical component. So velocity at this point is along the tangent. This velocity has two components. Students, get used to the term components. This is the effect of velocity along the horizontal. Effect of velocity along the horizontal is horizontal component. This component should be same as this. Whereas observe vertical component decreases. Third case, at the highest point. At the highest point, velocity should be along the tangent. This is the velocity. There is no vertical component. So let me write u vertical equal to 0. The horizontal component, u along the horizontal. U along the horizontal is equal to velocity at the highest point. So this velocity, which is ux, is same as this ux. Observe, horizontal component of velocity remains same everywhere, whereas vertical component of velocity decreases. When object is somewhere here, this is the horizontal component which remains same, and this is the vertical component. Let me complete the parallelogram, which is this law. It is parallelogram law of vector addition. This diagonal is the resultant. See, this is ux, the horizontal component. Horizontal component remains same everywhere, whereas vertical component is reversed. Here it is upward, 0. Here onwards the object is not going up. When the stone is coming down, at this point vertical component is down. Vertical component is down means it has the tendency to go down. That's because of this component. Because of horizontal component, stone is moving away. Because of vertical component, it is going up and it is coming down. So vertical component is affected by gravity. whereas the horizontal component is not affected by gravity. Vertical component is affected by gravity means the velocity changes. So it is accelerated motion. So along the horizontal it is accelerated motion. Whereas along the horizontal it is not affected by gravity means it is uniform velocity. Vertical component is affected by gravity. It is accelerated motion means along the vertical we have to use v square equal to u square plus 2as, v equal to u plus at, or s equal to ut plus half at square. Whereas along the horizontal uniform velocity means the only equation is v equal to displacement by time. This equation is along the horizontal. Along the vertical we should use these three equations. Okay. Derivation of equation of projectile motion. This is for 5 marks, 4 marks or 3 marks. Y-axis, X-axis. Y-axis represents height, X-axis represents horizontal distance. From this origin an object is thrown, that is the projectile, and the projectile takes this path. The projectile is thrown with velocity u. Let this be the initial velocity of projection, called velocity of projection, denoted by u. Let me find components of this velocity vector. This is the horizontal component. Denoted by ux because this component is along x-axis, and this is the vertical component. This component is along y-axis, so let us denote this by uy. This angle is the angle of projection theta. This component ux is closer to theta. This is next to theta. Therefore ux is u cos theta, and this component is away from theta. Distance is more away from theta, so ui is u sin theta. So these two are the components of this velocity vector. Let this be the position of the object. Stone is going like this. When stone is at P, coordinates of P are x comma y. From origin to this point it is x. From x to this point P it is y. So horizontal distance traveled to reach P is x. Vertical displacement is y. Horizontal displacement x. vertical displacement y. You can write this point here also, but I am writing here, doesn't matter. Now let us write statements. Consider a projectile thrown into space with velocity u. Let ux and uy be their horizontal and vertical components. Let theta be the angle of projection. Ux equal to u cos theta along the horizontal, not affected by gravity, that is this. U sin theta along the vertical and affected by gravity, that is this. Let P be a point. Let P of x comma y be a point on the trajectory. Now along the horizontal, students, concentrate along the horizontal motion. Along the horizontal, to reach point P, distance traveled is x, nothing but displacement is x. Displacement is x. Along the horizontal, it is uniform velocity. Time equal to displacement by velocity. Displacement to reach point P is x. This displacement is covered with velocity ux. Therefore, t equal to x by this horizontal component is u cos theta. Let this be equation 1. Let me repeat. With velocity ux, time taken by the projectile to cover displacement x, because the object has to reach P, isn't it? So time taken to reach displacement x is x by u cos theta. That is along the horizontal. Now along the vertical. Along the vertical. During this same time, the stone has to cover displacement y to reach point P. Students, our target is to reach P. So time taken to reach x is this. During the same time, the stone has to reach P. And along the vertical, there are 3 equations of motion, isn't it? So along the vertical, during this time, the displacement along the vertical is y. Let this be y. So here s equal to ut plus half at square becomes, s is displacement. Displacement along y axis is y. So this s becomes y. initial velocity along y-axis. Initial velocity along y-axis is uy. uy. T is time. This time is x by u cos theta. X by u cos theta plus half. Acceleration is minus g. According to Cartesian sign convention, acceleration due to gravity is downward. Therefore, minus g into t square. X by u cos theta square equal to uy is velocity along y-axis. This is initial velocity, u sin theta. So u sin theta. uy is u sin theta. This is x by u cos theta plus minus minus g by 2 u square cos square into x square. This is y. U get cancels. Sin by cos is tan theta into x minus g by 2 u square cos square theta into x square. Let me put bracket. This equation is of the form y equal to bx plus cx square. Students, you will learn such equations in coordinate geometry, mathematics. For time being, let me pick this equation. Compare these two equations. There is y, x to the power of 1, x to the power of 1. Therefore, coefficient of x is b. Here coefficient of x is tan theta. So I can write b equal to tan theta. C is coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square is minus g by 2 u square cos square theta. And this equation represents a parabola. Therefore, equation of projectile motion is also a parabola. This equation is of the form this, where represents a parabola. Hence, projectile motion is parabolic. So we used to draw such diagrams, right? Like this. This is not part of a circle. This is part of a parabola. So that is what this equation is telling. So this final expression is called equation of projectile motion. This is important question for 3 or 4 or 5 marks. Students, copy all the statements with equations. Write 1 or 2 times and practice. Okay. Expression for height or maximum height reached by a projectile. X-axis, y-axis. This is path of the projectile. This is the maximum height or height denoted by h. Don't get confused. Maximum height and height are one and the same. Sometimes height at some instant will be mentioned, and that is not going to be maximum height. So this is maximum height. This maximum height is along the vertical. So along the vertical, This is initial velocity. Vertical initial velocity is denoted by uy, which is u sine theta. This is vertical displacement. Displacement equal to h. At the highest point, vertical component of velocity is 0, because at the highest point you know that velocity is always along the horizontal. In the beginning of this topic, we have discussed that at the highest point, velocity is always along the tangent. Therefore, this is the velocity. This is not along the vertical. Therefore, vertical component of final velocity is 0. Observe, final velocity, displacement. Vs means v square equal to u square plus 2as. Only this equation has both v and s. So let us use this equation. So along the vertical, acceleration is minus g. Initial velocity is u sine theta. Displacement is y. In this case, let us use h, maximum height. And vertical component of final velocity is 0. This is initial velocity. This is final velocity at the highest point in the upward direction. Here, v square equal to u square plus 2as, or s equal to v square minus u square by 2a becomes s is h, final velocity is 0, minus initial velocity is u sine theta. U sine theta. U stands for initial velocity. In this case, initial velocity in the upward direction. Students, concentrate only along the vertical. Okay. So, initial vertical velocity is u sine theta. Its square divided by 2. Acceleration is minus g, because acceleration due to gravity is always downward. And sign convention says quantities along positive y-axis are taken with plus, quantities along negative y-axis are taken with minus. Therefore, g is with negative sign, equal to h u square sine square theta, u square sine square theta by minus minus, left with only 2g. This is 2g. This is the expression for height reached by the projectile, or maximum height reached by the projectile. Okay. Now, different cases. Case 1. If theta equal to 0, theta 0 means this equation has sine square, that is sine theta. Sine 0 is 0, implies if sine 0 is 0, then this equation h equal to 0, because 0 into any number is 0. So height is 0 if theta equal to 0 degree. Understand the meaning of this. Height is 0 when theta is 0. Theta is 0 means you are rolling a body on the ground like this. You are rolling a body on the ground means you are throwing the body along the horizontal. Means angle made by this velocity vector with respect to horizontal is 0 degree, isn't it? See, after throwing the body along the ground, if the question is to what height it has raised, then the question is meaningless, isn't it? Because it continues to go like this on the along the horizontal if it is on the ground. If it is in air, if you throw the body along the horizontal, then the body will come down. It will not raise above this. Height is 0. That is the meaning h equal to 0. case 2. Of course, theta 0 degree or 180 degree. Sin 180 is also 0. Sin 180 is also 0. You throw the object in this direction or you throw the object in the opposite direction. For this, theta is 0 degree. For this, theta is 180 degree. The object has the tendency to come down. This won't rise. This won't rise means h equal to 0. Now case 2. If theta is 90 degree. If theta is 90, then sin 90 is 1. Then this height becomes u square 1 by 2g. Observe, height is 0 only for theta equal to 90 degree. Height is maximum. So let me write maximum here. Means if object is thrown vertically up like this, then angle made by this velocity with respect to horizontal is 90 degree. So for vertical throw, height reached will be maximum and it is given by u square by 2g. You don't have to remember right now. If you know this equation, you can get these two equations very easily. So height is 0 if theta is 0 or 180. If height is maximum means that is true only at theta 90 degree. And the equation for maximum height is u square by 2g. This question can be asked for 2 mark or 3 mark. Students, you have to copy all this along with different cases, special cases. Expression for time of flight. Y-axis, x-axis. This is the projectile motion. This is height. Time taken by the projectile to come down to the same height is called the time of flight, denoted by capital T. If this is a building and a stone is thrown, a ball is hit towards the building which takes this path, and if time taken is equal to 4 seconds, then 4 seconds is not time of flight because the ball has not come down to the same height. It is thrown from this height, but it has not come down to the same height. So this time is not time of flight. Similarly, if this is some tower, top of the tower, some person throws the ball like this. Time taken by the ball to hit the ground is not time of flight because the heights are different. These 2 points are at different heights. And observe this diagram now. These 2 points are on the same height, on the same level. Therefore, this time taken is time of flight. So expression for time of flight. The object is going up and coming down. It is in the same level. Same level means vertical displacement is 0. Students, I hope you could guess. Along the vertical, displacement is 0 because from this height it is coming down to the same height. So there is no vertical displacement. It is going up, but after that it is coming down. Thereby it is on the same level. So displacement is 0. Acceleration is minus g. Time taken is time of flight from this to this position. Time interval is time of flight. Observe st. St means s equal to ut plus half at square. S equal to ut plus half at square becomes S is 0. equal to, this is initial velocity in the upward direction. This initial velocity is u sine theta. U sine theta. Time taken is time of flight plus half. Acceleration is minus g. T square is capital T square. Now let me take this terms to the left hand side. It becomes g by 2 into t square. This minus becomes plus. Remaining is u sine theta into t. So t get cancels. There is t into t here. Therefore t equal to 2 goes to the other side. 2u sine theta by g. This is the expression for time of flight. This is the expression for time of flight. Therefore, time of ascent. Time of ascent means time taken to reach the maximum height. Let me denote it by time of ascent equal to half of this. Half of this means it is just u sine theta by g. Similarly, time of descent is also equal u sine theta by g. So time of ascent equal to time of descent. Total time taken is time of ascent plus time of descent. That is why it is 2u sine theta by g. Now special cases. Case 1. If theta 0 or 180, then sine 0 equal to sine 180 equal to 0. Implies time of flight equal to 0 because time of flight has sine theta. Therefore sine 0 is 0. Time of flight is 0. What do you mean by this? Object is thrown from here along the horizontal. Then the object comes down. For how long the object is in air above this point means 0 because the object is coming down. It is not going up. That is the meaning horizontal throw. So at theta equal to 0, this case coming down, theta equal to 180 degree, in the other direction the object is coming down. In either ways the object is not going up. Therefore time of flight equal to 0. So time of flight is 0 at angles 0 degree and 180 degree. Case 2. If theta 90 degree, theta 90, then sine 90 equal to 1. Then time of flight equal to, if sine 90 is 1, then time of flight is simply 2u by g. Some object is thrown up vertically, then for longer time this will be in air. That is the meaning maximum time equal to 2u by g. So I can write this time is maximum at theta equal to 90 degree. Students, copy this derivation with these special cases. Again, this can be asked for 2 mark or 3 mark. Expression for the range. Range is the horizontal distance traveled during time of flight. Vertical, horizontal, this is the trajectory. This horizontal distance traveled during time of flight, time equal to time of flight, is called the range. This range is along the horizontal. So let me write. The range is the horizontal distance traveled during time of flight. So along the horizontal. Along the horizontal, we have to use V equal to S by T, the only formula, because along the horizontal it is uniform velocity, or S equal to V into T. So along the horizontal, S is range, time is capital T equal to 2u sin theta by g, and velocity along the horizontal is u. Velocity along the horizontal is ux equal to u cos theta. So here S equal to Vt becomes S equal to Vt means S is range, or velocity is u cos theta, u cos theta into time 2u sin theta by g. Two sin theta cos theta is sin 2 theta. You have learnt this in trigonometry. U into u is u square by g. So expression for range is u square sin 2 theta by g. R equal to u square sin 2 theta by g. So this is the expression for the range. Now different cases. Case 1, if theta 0 or 180, then sin 2 theta equal to, substitute 0 here, 2 into 0 is 0, sin 0 is 0. 180, sin 2 times 180, 2 into 180 is 360, sin 360 is also 0, implies range equal to 0. So range is 0 if theta is 0 or 180 degree, meaning throw the ball along the horizontal, it takes this path, it will come down. What is the horizontal distance traveled during time of flight means time of flight is 0, therefore range is also 0. If the throw is in the opposite direction, then this refers to 180 degree. For 180 degree also time of flight is 0 and range is 0. Second case, case 2, if theta 90 degree, sine of 2 times 90 equal to sine 180, again this is also equal to 0. Throw the ball in the vertical direction, this will go up and come down. When it is at the same place, the horizontal distance is 0, that is the meaning range is 0 if the ball is thrown vertically up. Case 3, if theta is 45 degrees, special case, 45 degree sine 2 times 45, because the equation has sine 2 theta, 2 times 45 is sine 90, which is equal to 1, implies range equal to u square by g, u square by g, and this range is maximum. This range is maximum. So range is maximum at theta equal to 45 degree. Students, you might have seen different examples where a horse jumps at an angle of 45 degree to attain maximum range. A dog jumps at an angle of 45 degree to attain maximum range. Frog jumps at an angle of 45 degree to attain maximum range. An experienced cricketer, batsman, will hit the ball at an angle of 45 degree. Thereby, with less effort, minimum effort, the ball can be sent to the boundary, out of the boundary. So that angle is 45 degree. So this is one more expression for 2 marks or 3 marks.